a happy...
Such a place.
That would mean I have no hope left.
Goodbye for now.
Too many murders. Good evening, sir.
I'm conducting an investigation.
And who are you?
I'm Dr. Jonathan.
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard.
I work...
The Ascalon Club.
Why are you in...
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know.
Does the name Fergal ring a...
Of course it does.
What can you tell me?
I'm the one asking questions.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss...
Haven't I told you about the investigation?
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there's a homicidal maniac on the loose.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know...
Why are you investigating?
Criminal...
Does the name...
Of course it does.
What are you really...
I told you.
Do you work...
Yes.
What about the...
I know, it's a shame, but we just...
Tell me all...
I'm not even sure there is only one.
How could different killers...
That's my main problem.
What are you investigating?
I have a missing woman.
Tell me about...
She's awake.
Do you have any...
No.
What are you investigating?
I have a missing...
Tell me about...
She's awake.
Do you have any...
No.
Do you know anything in particular?
Who doesn't know the man?
What else can you...
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Doc. Seems violence and madness and that contagious.
It's locked, all right.
A red river, a song in the dark, the whispers of a sun. So many signs to interpret. Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They told me that you struggle hard not to take too many lives.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things, but they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Tell me about yourself. What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time, sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
The Guard of Priwen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
Fallen Tower. A man of science. A proud fool. Taking the wrong path to achieve greatness. A secret well hidden.
Can you read the card?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Perhaps later. How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
The walls of your prison have already been raised, Jonathan. But you will freely accept to be locked inside, full of hope for a better day.
I would rather... How do you measure the...
I told you.
Is it possible?
Vampire...
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her.
Suffering is part of the immortal...
May I ask you about...
Of course, but I must...
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then, a strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the...
That's precisely the kind of question I...
So you're not just a club...
Once upon a time, very long ago...
Is there anything you could tell...
Aloysius Dawson.
He's not the only one.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until night...
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely wander. The Fool and the Empress. Again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
Do you need...
I'm afraid...
You'll quickly feel better after taking...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye.
Good evening, young lady. Do you need my medical
Oh, please.
Don't be shy.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Carol.
Dr. Reed, I am glad.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
It's locked. Good evening.
You know you...
Do you need my medical...
Oh, yes,
I'm just doing...
perhaps.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
Dr. Reed, I am glad to see you again.
Hello.
Do you need...
Indeed.
You have...
Sound stuff.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Beck. I cannot enter.
Cards never lie, but they are...
Do you recall? You'll feel better.
Thank you.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
Cards never lie, but they are never easy to read.
ought to know better! find you!
I'd head back if I were you, sir.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am at last. But the question remains, am I ready to make a dying man my progeny? Reduced in rank for falsely accused. accusing a man of murder. I wonder what Inspector Albright thinks about his punishment. It's locked, all right. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Finally you're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
I had to pass several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansion, sir.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions for you.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
First of all, I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
Sir, I'm going to end your life.
I don't have a minute to indulge in idle...
I will become your make.
Well,
You'll need to feed on warm blood.
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and...
What do you know?
What I do know is that I'll crush any...
Let's move on, then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed.
Answer me all the same.
To save London, I will...
Who gave you the right to decide?
My money.
You really plan to build a...
Yes, it will be...
By doing so, you will all...
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the...
Let me guess.
This is a desperate...
Quarantine is not a bad...
As long as the right...
But you can't guarantee infection will not...
The apocalypse is already not...
What if a new outbreak happens inside your...
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is...
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
At last! All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Are you ready for immortality, Mr. Dawson? Drink now, and say farewell to life as you prepare to be reborn.
What do you mean, drink? What about the blood transfusion?
I'm the doctor and the vampire here, so I'll give the orders. Drink, sir. Now.
All right.
Good. That's enough. That's enough, I said.
I will not die. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, no. You will die, sir. Steel yourself. You're already in death's grip. It's locked, all right.
Is it done, Dr. Reed?
Yes, my lord.
Wonderful news.
Thank you, my...
No, thank you, Doctor.
Of course.
Go outside and talk with that disgusting creature I saw waiting.
I have no idea what you...
Good. I didn't kill her on the spot, for she claims to be...
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Ekon. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget. What are you doing here?
Your friend, the wise Ekon. She sent me to warn you.
Did anyone see you?
Who said I took the streets?
How did you meet?
She came to us in the...
What kind of...
I knew nothing of your maker, but we...
Lady Ashbury.
She said she was your friend.
Lady...
The lady approached me but a few nights ago.
Harriet Jones is still with you then?
Harriet remains angry. But it...
Tell me what is...
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal...
Wait! Slow down!
I'm listening, but I do...
How did
She presented herself humbly at our gate.
What do you
Her soul is good, yet tainted with...
Why did she come to...
I am old Bridget.
Where is
She said she will go home.
Why do I feel like Lord Red...
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls, and of so many other forgotten children.
No time to lose, then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my debt.
Yes.
Is this still unknown to her?
This hour of night.
Mr.
Evening.
Since I took an...
Well...
Infected...
Well...
Goodbye, Mr.
You know the game, you pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's... Fancy buying some...
You never... Do you need help?
To be honest...
I don't...
Really?
Goodbye for now.
Fancy buy...
You never... Right then.
You're late. Where's my money? You again?
Can I offer you?
Keep your med...
There is a thin line...
All right.
Goodbye, Mr. P. Good evening, Christina.
Change your mind.
Do you need any assistance?
It...
I will... Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself.
You London vampires are so weak! Ah! 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 Inhuman! Kill it!
This is despicable. What is this truck? Are the vampire hunters here already? It's locked, all right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need medical... Not...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
Soldier, do you need...
Not real. I don't think you can do much about it.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Here again.
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
I cannot enter.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You won't need any of these anyway. I'm not stealing from you, mister. I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir. And I thank you for your generous donation. Good evening.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir.
You should show respect for the...
The bodies I watch over are the unwanted.
A pawnbroker?
Yes, sir. All
Who comes here to trade with?
I'm very cautious, sir.
What kind?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy.
Are you all right?
Unfortunately, violence can...
What do you mean?
A hospital should be a safe place.
Please show...
Of course. Tomorrow, more bodies will arrive.
Good.
You're the last.
I see that you are...
Are you really going to...
Do you need my...
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky.
I wish there's...
Thank you for your time.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Have you seen... No more... There's no luck. Goodbye, Doctor. It's locked, all right.
can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Good evening. Do you need...
I'm afraid...
Our job brings us in...
That's easy for...
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Dr. Reed. Do you need medical help? Don't take too... And that... Goodbye, Mr. Ch... Good evening.
I'm okay.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid...
You are not a bird.
And you have my...
Admit it, Mortimer. You...
Yes.
All right, then. This is...
Call it what you want.
You can...
I guess I should...
Can I help?
I wrote a letter for my mother.
I see. And...
Yes.
I have to go.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
It's my son.
I'm Dr.
I'm Beatrice.
Your son...
Are you not aware suicide is a crime?
I understand you fear the legal... consequences, Miss...
All my son needs is help and with me.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. It's locked. Those bastards. What have they done to Edgar? McCullum and his thugs are taking the credit for Edgar's abduction. They really mean business. Looks like he's wounded. I better follow the blood.